I've already done one video on this subject, but this subject seems to continue to generate conversation, so let's do another one. First, watch these two videos.
Y'all love to lie on this app at the most inconvenient times. 120 remote versus 240 in office. Be serious, okay? And I'm saying this as somebody who literally took more money to go into the office this year. 120 versus 240, that's $70,000 difference after taxes. That's what you're giving up take home per year to stay at home. And if you've never made over 100,000, I can understand 120,000 to stay at home. Sounds like a lot of money, sure. But if you have both of those offers on the table, you're not going to choose the 120. You're going to take the office cooler talk. You're going to take the packed lunches. And you're going to take your ass to that office, okay? Because it's really not that bad. What do y'all think it is? We walk in, we punch in, we bow down to our ever-loving CEO or supervisor. It's really not that deep. You deal with the water cooler talk. You deal with all the office politics and stuff like that. You put your headphones in and you move on. It's not that serious. But a lot of y'all don't want to bring up your W-2s or anything like that. So how am I supposed to believe you? And where do you live? Y'all talking about, oh, you want to be a digital nomad? You could make do in Mexico. Money, inflation in this economy, y'all are not being serious.
When Kim Kardashian said nobody wants to work these days, at first I was like, who's she talking to? But now I know she was talking to those who were picking $120K remote over $240K in person. When I first saw this question, I was like, obviously $240K in person. Like, who would pick otherwise? Why is this even a debate? Until I went into the comments, it was super divided. Like, there were multiple people picking 120K remote. A lot of people that picked 120K remote said they were doing it because of their mental health. But I feel like as long as we're all working 40 hours a week, we're going to have mental health issues regardless. I feel like you might as well just make 120K more.
Okay, so the conversation is, you are offered a job doing the exact same work, but in you have an option as to whether or not you do it 100% remote or 100% in the office. And the company is going to give you $120,000 for the fully remote position, or they're going to give you $240,000 a year for the in-person position. You can tell how old I am. I don't say 240K or 120K. So you're going to take the 120,000. You're going to take the 240,000. You're going to take 120 to stay at home, or 240 to go in the office. And these are two more content creators that are of the opinion that nobody is going to be taking the 120. They're all going to take the 240 because it's such a significant increase in money. Not necessarily. It's not just mental health from working 40 hours. Let's just touch on that one, the last one that was touched about. It's also the mental health of, depends on where the job is. Like, what's the commute? What's the drive time? You have to take into consideration the hours it takes throughout the course of a week to get ready and commute to, plus commute back from a place of employment, and the effect on your mental health that takes. Additionally, listen, I'm coming to it from a Gen X standpoint, and yeah, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have even hesitated. I would have said, I'm going to take the 240. Now, I think I'm going to take the 120. And yeah, that would be a significant pay cut for us. But yeah, no, if I never had to walk to drive into work, go to an office, go to a warehouse, go to a factory, go to a yard, go to a shop, go to something like that for a job ever again, yeah, I know it's a lot more money. I get it. At this stage in my life, I don't know that I take the 240. I think I take the 120.